Raider Nation, take a deep breath with me, because today I need you locked in on every single word. Something really big just blew up inside the Raiders. And when I say big, I mean franchise shaking. The domino effect that started behind the scenes is already hitting players, the coaching staff, and, most importantly, the long-term direction of this organization. The vibe inside the building flipped. There are people in there talking about a full reboot, and I'm going to break everything down for you. But before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change the direction of the Raiders for the next few years. Now we can start. Hold tight, because Raider Nation is about to shake. The breaking point starts exactly where nobody wanted it to, but everybody kind of knew it was coming. The offensive line, a unit that was already a chronic issue, just completely collapsed. Against the Los Angeles Chargers, we saw another chapter of what's become a psychological horror story. After giving up 10 sacks the week before, the team allowed 5 more against the Chargers. Geno Smith played under nonstop fire again. No time, no protection, no shot. Ashton Janney, who arrived with hype, can't find a single lane. The entire offense is drowning. And in the NFL, when one unit implodes like that, everyone goes down with it. And that's when the first bomb dropped. Chip Kelly was fired. And it wasn't a calm decision. Greg Olsen stepped in and made it clear he's flipping the playbook upside down. More protection, new formations, personnel shifts, tight ends helping in protection, running backs chipping, even heavy practice reps against Max Crosby to fast-track the development of the backup linemen. But nothing is working the way it should. The truth nobody wants to say out loud is that this issue is structural and deep. It's going to take a full rebuild in the offseason. No tape, no patchwork fixes. It's demolition and reconstruction. And this is where the part nobody wanted to admit finally became an internal conversation. The Geno Smith experiment failed. Back in March, his arrival brought hope. The 2-year extension felt like confidence. But on the field, the numbers tell the whole story. 14 interceptions, inconsistent production, heavy mistakes, mounting pressure, and with the team sitting at 2-10, there's nothing left to defend. The Geno plus Raiders marriage never clicked. And internally, that's already accepted as fact. Behind the scenes, the front office is already mapping quarterbacks for 2025. A recent mock draft by Nate Tice and Charles McDonald has the Raiders selecting Oregon's Dante Moore in the first round. And that's not a random projection. The kid has arm strength, deep ball accuracy, mobility, poise, everything a modern offense demands, and more. Internal voices believe the Raiders are ready to begin a real rebuild, with or without Pete Carroll. And it doesn't stop there. Fernando Mendoza from Indiana and Ty Simpson from Alabama are also being monitored. Each one brings a different style, which means the front office is open to multiple paths. And here's a crucial detail. There's no guarantee Las Vegas will spend its first-round pick on a quarterback. The secondary is still fragile. The pass rush needs depth alongside Max Crosby, and the offensive line is turned into an emergency. That opens dozens of scenarios, including trading down, stacking picks, and building a broader long-term project. A strategy similar to the Lions and Texans, which worked perfectly for them. Now pay attention to this. There's a philosophy being implemented that very few people are noticing, and it could completely shape the next Raiders quarterback. Greg Olsen said something that caught my attention. In his view, protection isn't just on the offensive line. It's on the entire offense. Sharper routes, faster releases, disciplined running backs, and pass protection. A smarter system, less reliant on raw talent. If this plan is built correctly, a young quarterback could arrive and develop way faster than fans expect. But Raider Nation, here comes the heavy part. The part happening in hallways, meeting rooms, and whispered conversations. And it could turn into the biggest decision since the move to Las Vegas. There's an intense debate among big names in the front office. Aggressive rebuild or controlled rebuild. On one side, people pushing for a full reboot. Move veterans, stack picks, go all in on youth, and reshape the team's DNA. On the other side, executives who believe this roster already has enough pieces to compete in 2026. As long as they pick the right quarterback and bring in serious reinforcement for the offensive line in free agency. And there's one last element that could be the spark for everything. Pete Carroll. Internally, the belief is that his decision, staying or leaving, is the trigger that determines everything else. If Carroll stays, the tendency is a structured, surgical plan. If Carroll leaves, the door opens for a total philosophical shift and possibly a full organizational overhaul. Raider Nation. Everything happening inside the Raiders right now is both incredible and terrifying. We're staring at a massive turning point. The offensive line isn't delivering. The starting quarterback isn't producing. The coaching staff is holding the ship together as best as they can. The front office is debating deep changes. And the rumors are louder than ever about a completely new project starting in 2026. And now I want to hear from you, the real fan, the one who lives this with me every day. What should be the priority? Rebuild the line? Go get a new quarterback? Full reboot? Stack picks? Drop your thoughts, because your opinion strengthens the nation and keeps this channel growing. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, because from here on out, this season is going to get wild. Raider Nation, we ride together. Just win, baby.